Okay. Either way.
Are we good?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. So, hey everyone. I'm the Geeky Panda, joined here with my co-host Time Enforcer Nubis.
Gentlemen.
And this is episode 5 of the DAICON podcast dedicated to all things video game and anime, both in the industry as well as the community aspect, which also includes, stuff like conventions and all that dandy stuff, here or there, all that, blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, how you been?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What are you pouring?
Lemonade. Obviously.
So what's new, man? You played any games, watch any anime recently?
I've been playing some games, but definitely on the Armored Core 6.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, I know.
As
dude,
a guy who's been in Armored Core for a very long time.
Yep.
It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying getting my ass kicked over and over by the boss until I'm able to actually beat it. Very satisfying. It's very satisfying to play that kind of game again, and especially being an Armored Core game.
Yeah. Octopus is Lemonade. I'm like, yep.
Lemonade.
Dude loves lemonade. Let me guess. Minute Maid lemonade.
Of course.
Okay, there we go. I got this down with the style. I've been playing it myself. I need to record more footage because right now I'm in chapter 2. I've just passed chapter 2 the other day.
And
now you can embrace the PvP.
I could if I wanted.
You could.
And I still need to get better at the game.
So, which is funny enough because a lot of people are like bitching, complaining the game is hard. I'm like, did you not?
Yeah, I looked at it and it's like I looked at the Steam
reviews
page and the well, no, not the reviews. I looked at the Steam page with the achievements, and it's like the chapter 2 achievement, only like 49 or something % of people who own the game have past chapter 2. I'm like, yeah.
Did anyone wait? Did you get an achievement if you beat prologue? Because I'm kind of curious. Because was there an achievement if you beat?
I think you do.
Okay,
you do.
So how many people beat
the first entry? No, that I think that one stands at like 90 something %.
So majority of people were able to pass it. Just the 10 people. The first filter, only 10% couldn't make it. Okay. God, you thought you said lemonade? No, lemonade.
No, lemonade.
No, it's no.
Yeah, 93.3% of people have the first achievement.
So about almost 7% of people didn't even make it.
Yeah, so 74, just under 75% of people have the achievement you get for beating the Juggernaut.
Damn.
Like the first hard boss in the game that isn't the helicopter.
Which one, Beatrice?
No, the Juggernaut on top of the wall.
Oh, that was easy.
The thing that charges at you.
That thing was easy, actually. You just had to stay on top of them. Literally
56.9% of people beat the first chapter.
And I'm one of them.
Then it's 43.9% of people beat the second chapter.
It's getting progressively smaller.
This game is not
too strong.
Yeah, this game is not messing around. It's not to be played with. It's an Armored Core game. It's a classic Armored Core game.
Which is funny because some people
if you're not good at the game will let you know.
Oh yeah, no. There's no ifs, ands, but it'll let you know you suck.
Here's the thing about it. This is actually a lot more for coming from someone who started at like Armored Core 2, Armored Core 3. It's actually a lot more forgiving than basically every Armored Core game that came before it.
Because
like if you get your ass kicked by the number one, all those resupply things are everywhere.
Oh yeah, they are.
And they'll like come in again. Back in my day, you didn't get that shit. There was like maybe 2 missions in Armored Core 3 where you'd get a resupply midway through, and it's not like, okay, you get the resupply and then that's how you know the boss is coming. It's, oh, you get a resupply, and then if you die after that, start the whole mission the fuck over. What are you doing?
Yep. It's funny because I was reading some Steam reviews and some people are saying this is not Armored Core, even though they played Armored Core.
It's I have no idea what those people are talking about. Like
But
what I don't know what makes this not Armored Core. In fact, it's kind of it's taken a lot of elements from basically every previous Armored Core game
yeah.
and kind of refining them.
So I've been playing Starfield. I actually, no lie, so I uploaded a video, part one, on my YouTube channel. I recorded 3 parts during my stream. And last night I was like, okay, I want to play at it again, but take a little bit of a different route. 10-ish hours later, I exceeded where I was at, and I'm like, oh fuck. So now I'm at the crossroads. Like, I would have to, I know exactly what's gonna happen, so the wow factor is like not there. But believe me, when some of the moments I'm like, whoa.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What exactly the fudge is Starfield? Because I really literally have no idea what it is.
Like the basic story of it.
Yeah, like what I watched a little bit of the
All right,
stream,
all right.
so I'm kind of familiar with the flow of the game, but I don't like know
What's going on?
is going on at all.
All right, so basically you were part of a mining group and there was an alien artifact that you found that you touched that basically went full Space Odyssey on you.
Okay.
And there's an organization out there called the Constellation, which is taking a keen interest trying to understand and figure out what these artifacts are and what they lead to. So basically, essentially, the whole game is, hey, we got to keep finding these artifacts to figure out what they are, what's their purpose, so we can understand it better. And then you have all these different factions that are in play. You know, we got the Crimson, was it Raiders or something like that? Crimson Reds that just want to fuck up people's day, six ways to fuck Sunday. You got like the UC, United Colonies, which is basically, you know, the primary military force. And then you got the, then you got like a free alliance type thing going on too. It's an interesting premise. It takes a lot of stuff from like different sci-fi elements. Like there was definitely some Expanse moments. I'm like, yeah. Okay, you guys watch the Expanse too. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's the basic premise. Try to figure out what these artifacts are, and you know what, you know, yeah.
Gotcha.
Science this bitch up, basically. So
it does seem like an interesting game.
It is. This is a game where it's slow to start up, but once it starts going, it gets really interesting. I don't want to say any spoilers, but I will say this: the side missions are fucking fantastic. Like the story missions are good, but the side missions, holy shit, you will go places. So, but yeah, other than that, I've been doing those 2 things, working hard, all that dandy stuff. So, all right, I think now it's time to get on to the news segment. So, there's a few things we want to talk about here. Speaking of Starfield, so I can't believe it. So there's a gamer out there from Tennessee is facing 3 different felony charges for being accused. Essentially, he stole a shit ton of video games. He stole about, I believe, 67 copies of Starfield, which, if we're doing it at the bare minimum, that's almost $5,000. Here's the thing. On top of the fact he was leaking it on like TikTok and stuff like that, he stole it and then he was reselling it on eBay and shipping it out to people. And he was recording the whole thing. You can't fix stupid.
Dudes gotta stop posting their heinous crimes on TikTok. Like literally just posting it with their whole face in the video too. If you're gonna listen, if you're gonna commit crimes, delete TikTok. It's not gonna help you.
Oh, okay, so apparently Harris bought the stolen copies off an unknown man, but at home the investigators found a stolen gun, marijuana, and 6 copies of Starfield, including one that was already sealed in a FedEx package.
I like how that's included in like authorities caught a stolen gun, drugs, and 6 copies of Starfield
with one of them sealed in a FedEx package.
So it's like, yeah, this person sounds like a career criminal who unfortunately broadcasts his whole shit on TikTok. So It I
Yeah.
maybe you can explain this to me, Panda.
What?
Why do people post their crimes in progress to TikTok?
I don't know, dude.
Why would you do that?
For clout, I guess.
I guess I don't know how clout's gonna help you
I don't
when you're in front of the judge. I don't I don't know how it's gonna help you when the police roll up on you because you broadcast your crime to TikTok and decided that that's what you're gonna do.
yeah. Aqua said, so criminals are oversharing on social media now. I've been thinking about people sharing on social media for a long time and thought it came over. Yeah, it's people share everything on social media.
I don't get like why
Yeah.
would you like in just oversharing on social media in general, like why would you need to post like just random personal shit to social media, and apparently people extend that to crime in progress.
Yeah.
It's very, very weird.
But yeah, he's out on bail and he's due back in court, for his case in a few days. But 67 copies of Starfield. And I think he was selling for like, I think the bids were going up to like 100, 200 plus. And I'm like, guys, if you just literally waited a few days. This is what puzzles me. All you had to do was just wait a few days, it would release. Instead, you had to wait for the guy to put it, package it up, shipped it out, and even then you have to wait for it. So by the time you get it, it's already pretty much released. Or
this article came out on August 31st. Literally wait less than a week and you can get Starfield.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's fucking hilarious. This is, I mean, yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
stop broadcasting your crimes to TikTok. He's not helping you.
All right, and there was news about a manga archive organization that started.
Yes, so this is coming from. It's from a week or so ago, August 27th. So, a manga archive organization in Japan was founded that the Monday before that. And basically what it's aiming to do is it's aiming to create an archive of manga material.
Okay.
So this isn't something new, by the way. You know, Comic Market, Comic-Cat?
Yeah.
They actually have an archive of their own. They keep one copy of everything that's sold at Comic-Cat each year.
Nice.
So they have their own archive. I haven't looked at this a while ago, but I think they also run kind of a museum with pieces from that archive.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that they do have some degree of a mind for preservation of that media, and that's what's going on here with this manga archive.
Yeah.
And I believe when Ken Akamatsu was elected into office, one of the first things he did was he said, "Hey, we need to start looking into how are we going to archive Japanese video game material."
Yeah.
So there's been a cultural push for a while to kind of start archiving a lot of this culture for posterity.
Too bad
And so
they're not gonna.
this
So let's say too bad they're not going to have the source
in the
code.
manga. So maybe. So like,
well, no, I was going to make a joke. Too bad they don't have the source code for Silent Hill 2.
Listen.
But no, I think that's actually incredible because it's like, let's imagine this. Throughout the years, Japan has been like making and consuming manga for like a long time on the official front, indie front, everything basically. And a good amount of out there is lost to time basically. Like
there's a lot of anime where like the original masters were lost, or like a lot of anime cells lost in fires because that stuff is extremely flammable.
Oh god, yeah, like
so there
films,
definitely
basically.
there definitely is a need and a desire archive and preserve this stuff,
So are they?
especially in terms of like if they want to go back and remaster a particular anime.
Now, are they
If
gonna?
they don't have the original masters, it's really difficult. Or like when Right Stuff initially started up, and they were just going every which way, calling up different countries, looking for episodes of Astro Boy, because those masters were lost.
Oh, seriously? So
Yeah,
they
the masters weren't around anymore, so they had to go and look, call up TV stations to see if they had by chance kept this episode or that episode of Astro Boy.
were they
And
suc-
they had to go all over the world for that. And yeah, they were successful.
Holy
They ended up
fuck!
That's how Astro Boy got originally released on VHS in the United States.
Whole imagine you a show back in the day sent out as copies to TV stations all over the world, and then your masters were destroyed for one reason or another. And you had to literally pick up the trail again to try to get everything back, to try to save it and salvage it.
That's exactly what they had to do.
Aqua says, especially when one gets to manga made in the 80s on down. Yeah, no, those things gonna be hard to find. Like, I'm wondering, is this like archiving physically, or are they doing digital archives?
Uh, I would assume that there's some digital aspect to it.
Yeah.
'Cause it would be trivial to just scan all of this stuff in and just have
Well, at the same
multiple
time,
hard drives and a server just filled up with it.
at the same time, depending on how old they are, they have to do it anyways. They have to scan it and like save it. And like, Jesus Christ. Like, thank God pictures are not they don't contain a lot of megabytes, but at the same time it starts adding up eventually. But no, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like the Japan Agency for Cultural Affairs is on board. A lot of companies in the manga publishing industry, they're on board. So there's a lot of people coming out to really support this.
That's good.
And we can probably expect something similar to happen for the anime industry as well.
Oh God, yeah. Like,
it would just be a little bit more effort because of all of the business infrastructure and whatnot involved in anime, and just the additional effort of having to track down and then archive all the masters and whatnot.
Well, here's the ironic part: they probably would have good success with getting some of the pirated material. Because again, if the masters are gone, guarantee there's probably pirated material out there, which is
true. But there's also a big like ownership issue.
Oh, so like, yeah, with against licenses and all that stuff.
So the thing about manga in the Japanese anime industry is a lot of the time, even when a manga is being published in a magazine and whatnot, the original creator still owns that IP.
Oh, okay. Oh, so all they gotta do is
it's not like they signed it over to their publisher and now the publisher determines. No, the original creator still owns the IP, so they can determine what kind of happens to it. It's different with anime because as far as the original creator goes, that gets into the production committee business model. So of the group of companies that put in money to fund this anime, who owns the actual IP for the anime itself?
Yeah, like, and
so that would be something that would have to be navigated, which they have probably thought very extensively about this, and
all right,
someone is probably making some kind of move toward that.
Yeah,
but that's something that would have to be that's something they'd have to really think about.
Yeah, preserving and stuff like that. Like, and some of the licenses are like in fucking limbo, or like when publishers go down, it's like other publishers just pick out the carcass, grab what they want, and just leave the rest. Like,
well, it kind of depends. So I don't know for sure, but what would make sense to me is if one company held the IP, but that company went down, kind of the next company in line that was on that production committee that kind of contributed the second most amount of money to the anime, they would own that IP then.
Oh yeah, because
It will get transferred
it's
to
all
them.
kind
That
of
would
like
make sense to me.
yeah.
I don't know that that's what happens, but that's what would make sense to me.
Gotcha. But overall, though, no, I'm really happy for this. Let's preserve, some great works out there.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, One Piece. When it comes to anime and live action Netflix, it just does not mix at all. But apparently, the stars have aligned, and One Piece live action on Netflix is getting some pretty decent reviews on both fronts, both from the normie front, which includes both the community of the normies and the publications, and also the anime front. And on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is certified fresh on the tomato meter, and the audience score is a 96% with a 10,000 plus rating. So and I started watching literally before even this fucking podcast started. I started watching it, and I was like, all right, they're getting okay, they got the kind of the style down and how wacky the anime could be. Okay. I'm like bracing myself, like, because after Cowboy Bebop live action, I'm like, oh, there's another anime they fucked up. But no, apparently, like, Aqua's even heard it. Yeah, Aqua says, I've heard good things about the live action adaptation of One Piece. Dorkly Moogle said he's a One Piece fan himself, and he said, yeah, the live action's actually not that bad. It's pretty good. And I'm like, this is Netflix we're talking about, right? So apparently, the team working on One Piece had at least, the heart and dedication and passion to not fuck up the IP royally and skew it all over the place like they did with Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to be the wet blanket in the room and say that I have no idea why this exists, other than it is once again a play by Netflix to pad out their own catalog of material, which is fine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe you can answer this question for me.
All right.
Why is it necessary to make live action versions of anime shows? Like, what purpose does it fill other than to exist in a content library?
Different medium, I guess.
Why? Because I can answer that question for why would I make like a video game of an anime show, or why would I make an anime show based off of a manga or based off of a light novel, and that all has a business model tied into it that isn't, we just need more content and this thing is popular, so let's make a thing based off of this
there
thing.
were live actions out there that were actually decent to pretty good and accurate to the source material. Again,
certainly, I'm not saying this is not a value judgment. I'm questioning the entire concept.
Like what? Well, like why does it have to happen? Basically.
Well, why? No, why? So okay. So let me put it in perspective. The reason you would make an anime show based off of a light novel is A, to advertise that light novel so more people buy that light novel, because you're a company, you run a company that publishes light novels. So what you're doing is you're investing money in the creation of this anime so you can sell more of your light novels, and also so you can profit from the success of the anime.
Maybe it's a little bit of both, where same thing promoting One Piece, the anime, and then getting subscriptions.
Netflix is not making any money off of the success of One Piece, the anime.
I know. Well,
they literally have the success of this live action is it's a complete fluke. It's 100% not necessary. They could have pulled a Paramount Halo TV series with this, and it would have had the exact same effect, because the issue is we need material to pad out our streaming catalog. And One Piece is a thing that is popular. So let's make a live action version of One Piece.
Which
They they have no. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone knows whether or not Netflix is on uh some kind of production committee for One Piece? I don't know that they are. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure they're not. Netflix is not making money off of the success of One Piece. They have no reason to want to advertise One Piece, the TV series, or One Piece, the anime cartoon, or One Piece, the manga. They have no reason to want to do that. So, what purpose does it serve other than it's the concept of the media mix. It's the reason why when a light novel gets popular, it becomes an anime, and then that becomes a video game, and that becomes a trading card game by Bushiroad, and then they sell the figure and the keychain and the shower curtain and the hugging girl pillow and the parody own a hole, and that's how that entire ecosystem works. Whereas with something like One Piece, or with something like live action Cowboy Bebop, or with something like live action Halo, there's no business ecosystem where the company making that live action version has an incentive to make the thing that it's referencing look cool. There's no reason.
Maybe it is like what you said. Hold on. Maybe it is like what you said earlier. Maybe they're just doing it just to pad their content.
That's exactly the reason they're doing it. Which they have no reason to make it good. The fact that it's good is completely independent of any actual business model. They have no reason to make it good. So compare and contrast. You remember those like the live action ads for Halo ODST?
Yeah, they were amazing.
They were badass. They were great.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the Halo live actions TV series from Paramount? It was dookie. It was dog shit.
I officially never watched an episode of it.
Keep it that way. It's not very good.
You're like,
and so what? Compare and contrast. The reason why the Halo ODST series was great and probably would have made a really good TV series if they took that and kind of extrapolated on it. The reason it was great is because it had a purpose, and its purpose was to make Halo ODST look really cool, so you'd buy it.
Yeah.
Like people like to talk about like contrast with the Halo TV series on Paramount. There's no purpose to that other than, hey, we need more content on Paramount Plus, and so Halo is a thing that is popular, so let's make a TV series that has the same name but is like only like 30% the actual IP.
Attila said, "A guy Netflix trash piece. To me, cutting and the acting felt disingenuous and forced. Sadly, the CGI seemed better than I've seen on some of the other live actions. It had some okay nuggets, but not enough to keep me. Gotcha."
There's no reason for it to exist, and I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. I'm just saying there's no reason for it to. There's no purpose to it. There's a purpose for you. So like, if they had just made the decision to make a One Piece anime independent of the manga, not trying to sell the manga, not trying to do anything with that, then there would be no purpose to that other than to have content for the studio that created the anime. But there is a purpose to it. The purpose is to tie back in with the manga and then create a media franchise around that. It's the media mix. It's the production committee business model. This is why anime is so successful. This is the exact reason. It's because they do this instead of saying, hey, we need content and here's something that we know is popular but maybe don't quite understand, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna make an effort to we're gonna say we make an effort to be faithful to the source material, but there's no reason to it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do
Yeah.
that. There was no reason for Cowboy Bebop to be faithful to the source material. There's no reason for Halo to be faithful to the source material. The fact that this one apparently, and I haven't seen it, I'm just talking from a business model's point of view. The fact that this one is faithful to the source material is 100% a fluke. It was 100% a decision made independently of anything, any reason why this would exist.
Damn. Well, let's see what happens next. Let's see what other live action things they pull out of their ass in this one. All right, moving on next. So we got the SAG-AFTRA labor union, which is going on strike right now. So basically, Hollywood is in the kind of a standstill with the strike, and now there might be a possible strike against video game companies. So they did so the labor union did hold on here. Labor Union's National Board has voted unanimously to send strike authorization vote to members that will begin on September 5th and end September 25th. While a successful vote does not initiate a strike, it permits the board to declare a strike if ongoing negotiations are unsuccessful. And this will affect a lot of video game companies that are there, including Activision, Disney, Electronic Arts, Epic Games, we got WB Games. It's Take-Two Production. We got a lot of video game companies, basically, that will probably get affected by this one way or another. But that's if they pull the trigger. It just means that the button, they took the cover, they pulled the keys in, turned it, the button cover is off, the red button is right there lit up, waiting for it to be pressed on.
Yeah, this doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to strike, but that means they have authorization from the board of their union to strike if they feel like it's necessary.
And the last strike that was for major video game companies like this was back in 2016 and lasted 183 days. And the current strike going on is because the people want better pay, working conditions, and limitation industry use of the AI. So this is kind of interesting here, because it's like, if this goes through, if they decide to go on strike, it doesn't mean these video games are on pause. Well, it does mean that, yeah, but it also means that the voice casts, actors and actresses and everything else in between, they are not also able to go to conventions or do anything, basically. Like anything kind of work related, they cannot do at all.
Exactly.
So it is like full dead stop, basically. So that's why it's kind of like, it's one thing if it's Hollywood, but the video game community is kind of, this is going to be interesting. Because they're kind of like they're kind of sweating bullets now.
I mean, so it's I think it's more significant in the film industry, because is still, there's still some element of centralization. The video game industry, I don't see this having much of an effect at all. Outside of a few major titles, maybe, but there are more than enough video games that exist to keep basically every gamer happy.
Considering that I play games that are not made in America, this is not an issue for me to worry about. Even so, this concern, I'm aware these game companies have not been treating their employees well. Attila, all I heard about the current strike is they were offered $11K weekly paid, but refuse. Other than that, I'm not sure why they would refuse or what else is happening in the fairness. Yeah, I know one of the discussions is the use of AI. Basically, the writers want to limit the use of AI because they feel like the AI threatens their jobs. Basically, like why have a writer if the AI can just do everything?
Well, that is the whole thing. I think they're significantly overestimating how much of an effect that's going to have on them, or else maybe they're not very good at their job if they can be replaced if they can be replaced just like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of games out there that keep it. Yeah, there's a lot of games out there right now, and plus games coming out. Like for instance, Modern Warfare 3, they probably already got the voices work already done. Like it's already done, already recorded, ready to go.
So let me ask you, because you might know more about this than I did. In the 2016 strike, with regard to video games, what actually happened?
I don't remember
what,
too
what
much.
bad happened from a consumer-facing perspective as a result of that strike? Because I don't know that I remember much.
I don't remember much of it as
Negative
well.
happening
Like,
as a consumer.
yeah, I don't remember much happening, to be honest. Because it's like we still play games, basically. Like you said, there are tons of games out there that we could play. And like hold on here. Let's look at my Steam library.
Even I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now.
I've covered your face. I'm
even
so sorry.
In the impact section, it says is that by the end of 2016, it was unclear how much of an effect the strike had on the video game industry.
Yeah, it's like
as none of the companies that struck had reported delays of upcoming titles due to lack of voice actors. I don't know what they expect.
Yeah. People, the caucus said people do overestimate the technology of AI. Indeed, as mentioned on Discord, I doubt AI is going to be effective in storytelling. People are. Yeah, it's just like I know some video
it's
game.
not.
Like I know some video.
No, I doubt it's not. I doubt it's going to be. It isn't.
Hold on. Let me talk. Let me cook. I know some companies are using AI, but it's like more of like a supportive role, basically. Like creating like artwork or something like that. The artists still have to go in and do like and modify and fix a few things, but that's basically it's not going to be like a spearhead. It's going to be like a support role. Also, your frames are kind of diving in and out. Just saying.
This is so here is my like hot take.
Yeah.
I look at it the same way that I look at the Nintendo Wii. Let me explain.
The Wii.
Remember back during the Nintendo Wii?
I remember the Nintendo Wii.
Let me cook.
Yeah. I'll cook. Okay.
You remember back in the Nintendo Wii? Everyone said motion controls were going to be the shit. It was going to be the next big thing. Everyone said that's the direction gaming was going, right?
Yeah,
remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Remember every major first-party video game company. PlayStation came out with the Move. Xbox really tried hard with the Kinect. It's because motion controls are going to be the next big thing. They had to be ready. They had to step up and have their own thing. All right. Let me ask you a question. Where the fuck are motion controls now?
Only useful for VR and Nintendo Switch.
And I was saying, and I was saying this back in 2009. Nobody listened to me. The reason that didn't catch on is because you have to rearrange your entire you have to rearrange your entire paradigm in order to make it work. The direction that video game control had been moving toward was we want to get to a point where you feel like you're doing the thing. Either you feel like you're doing the thing, or it's like neural control, where it's either maximum simulation or maximum minimum movement of your fingers and shit. Motion control doesn't fit inside that paradigm because it can sort of begin to emulate the maximum simulation, but without the interface, without the actual joystick and throttle in your hands. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah, well, right now again,
you don't get the feedback.
It's only niche right now.
And it's the same way. If you have to rearrange your entire methodology in order to fit this thing within what you're doing, you have to start considering that maybe the thing you're talking about isn't the future, and maybe is an auxiliary thing that can be useful, but not as a replacement for what we're already doing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like a supportive, like it's only like at best AI support role. Like just to, at best. Like, again, I don't remember much about the video game strike, and right now the button is armed, but let's see if they push it.
If they push it, I don't know. If they push it, I don't see that they're going to have a whole lot of support, and more so, I don't see that this is going to really have any sort of effect on the greater market of video games. Because it didn't seem to have that kind of effect back in 2016, and the industry is a lot more democratized now than it was in 2016, and it was still very democratized in 2016. So even more so now, like the ratio for like the average gamer, the ratio of AAA to like non AAA is it's at least beginning to get a lot more balanced, if not starting to tip in the favor of non AAA.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna be moving on. We had another piece that we were probably gonna do, but I'm like, it's only like a footnote. I'm not even gonna bother with it. So we're gonna be now moving on to our main topic of discussion, which myself and Time Force Renubus has plenty of experience of, and the main topic is woes of planning to attend a convention, whether it be an anime convention, video game convention, tabletop convention, a convention in general. We're going to be talking about the woes, the pains, the excitement, the anxiety, all that dandy stuff here. So make sure don't miss out on this one. So, Anubis, how long have you been going to conventions? Let's establish this.
Since 2008.
My first convention, I believe I was 6 or 7 years old. It was at G-Fest. And then I started going to conventions more when I was like 13, 14. So we've been going to conventions for a while, basically. Like, combined, we've probably, out of both of us, at least almost probably half a century.
Between the both of us, we're probably approaching that, yeah.
Yeah. So, so we're probably the best ones to know. Planning for a convention fucking sucks. Like, it's easy to a point, but it can be very fucking frustrating at the same time too.
Yeah.
Because, okay, let me start off here. When you're planning to go to convention, there is obviously a couple of things to consider. Do I have tickets? That's actually kind of very important here. Where am I staying? How the fuck am I getting there? Three basic things. And hold on, wait. There's more. Don't you worry about that. With the hotel part, am I staying by myself? Am I staying with friends? Are they all going to pay when we arrive? Are they all going to give me money early? What am I going to be bringing to the room? What's the hotel's policy on certain things? Travel arrangements. Are we taking a plane? Are we taking a train? Are we driving? Taking the bus? Are we carpooling? What about parking? All that. Like the three basic ideas. Do I have the tickets? Do I have a place to stay? And how are we getting there? Turned into multiple of things, like multiple subsections, basically. And it fucking sucks. And Clash said, it sucks when you end up not being able to go after buying a non-refundable. Oh my god, yeah, dude, that fucking sucks. Aquas posted, my first time going to a convention was way back in 2005. It was an anime convention. I did not attend conventions often, however. Yeah, majority of it is conventions. Those tickets are non-refundable. Like, you might be able to get tickets for next year, but 9 times out of 10, you can't get your money back.
Yeah.
So where do we begin? Are we going to talk about tickets? I mean,
yeah.
Because
regardless, you're not going to the convention if you don't have the tickets.
And there's a board of tickets behind me. That's just what. Wait, actually, hold on. Hold the fuck on. I'm turning off my webcam for this. My webcam did not turn off. No, don't worry. I'm gonna be back. I know you can hear me. Motherfucker!
What is going on?
Okay. Ow. Holy shit. And it was give me a reminder to clean up my room.
Okay, clean up your room.
Okay, so you need badges, and when I say badges, I mean, look in here, badges. Woo! This is most of my badges at conventions I've been to. You got PAX East, you got Anime Boston, you got OhioCon, you got New York Comic Con, you got Retro World Expo. Fucking hell, Terrificon. You got, and this is just some. Techo Showcon. You got others right there on the board behind me. So, where the fuck do I put this? Hold on.
I can't answer that question for you.
Hold on. Okay. I'll put it right beside me on my feet. So, tickets. Anyways, take it away. I'm gonna let you lead on this front.
Yeah, so a lot of the time, the earlier you can get this squared away, the better. Not just because you have one less thing to worry about, but also because a lot of the time the convention will be cheaper to attend. The badge will be cheaper the earlier you buy it.
Yeah, like at best you'll be saving $5 to $10 in a way, and some people are like, it's only $5 to $10. Like, listen, $5 to $10 is $5 to $10, and that's a guaranteed spot that you reserve for that convention.
Yeah. If you know you're going, you might as well.
Yeah, pre-reg.
If you know you're going and you don't have some kind of special case, like you're trying to get a press badge or you're doing a booth or some shit, if you know you're going, there's no reason not to.
Now, I know you never dealt with this issue before, Anubis, I don't think, where you were trying to get badges for a convention that generally sell out quick. Like, I mean, like within a week quick.
Yeah, like PAX? No.
Well, no, that used to be the case. It takes a little longer now, but I'm talking like New York Comic Con.
No.
So let me tell you a story. Ooh, so when I was planning to attend New York Comic Con one year. So they had this ticket system where it's basically they know everyone and their fucking mothers is gonna like jam pack the server like fucking crazy. So you try to connect, and you were put in in a sense an internet line. So this is what I ended up doing. I had the website registration pulled up on my laptop, on my desktop computer, on my fucking phone, on like I think I was dating my girlfriend at the time, on her phone. Like, it was literally full, like, yeah, we are going to try to get it, because I believe they were tracking, they were making sure like you weren't using the same IP, so you have to be using a different device. So I was on multiple devices. And it was a pain in the ass because the tickets would sell out like wicked quick for like weekend passes, and you would be forced to buy the single day passes, which would sell out, which Fridays and Saturdays would sell out quick. This, which PAX East, same scenario. The weekend passes will sell out quick, and the individual day passes, Fridays and Saturdays will go. PAX East changed that up a bit. They don't do the weekend pass anymore. They do the day passes, which I think is actually no. Do they do weekend? No, they do weekend passes. Never mind. They just. Either way, it's expensive, and you have to be like on top of this shit, and it can be stupid annoying. And lo and behold, hey, you didn't get the badge. What's your next best step? Scalpers. They're gonna sell it to you for a higher price, 9 times out of 10, at least double. I remember like fucking eBay. Oh my god, eBay or Ticketmaster and shit like that would have listings in like badges, all that dandy stuff. Yeah, until us, oh wow, Cleveland has a nerd convention, anime, comics, sci-fi, all that is stuff that I'd never heard of, and they have tickets expensive from $38 for single day to VIP ticket to $300. How expensive have cons gotten? Jeez, yeah, no, that's the one thing that we have to tackle too. Conventions are getting progressively more expensive each and every year.
Yeah,
I remember at a point badges were like $50 for a weekend.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I remember at one point, $50 served you the whole fucking weekend. I'm waiting for your reaction and just.
I mean that's so. I'm two ways about it. A, yeah, it's gotten a lot more expensive, and that's just kind of natural.
Yeah, naturally.
B, there are some elements where I don't think, put it this way. I think a lot of smaller conventions include a whole lot of stuff that I don't know is necessary, and that makes them a whole lot more expensive than they otherwise would be.
Okay, like extra fluff that we needed to pay for that we didn't really need.
that exactly.
Or it's like extra fluff that I needed to pay for, but I'm not really gonna take part in
But
anyways.
I'm exactly extra stuff that I'm not and never gonna partake in,
Yeah.
and I'm subsidizing it through the more expensive badge, even though under no circumstances am I gonna be interested in this.
Yeah, like badges, like I think badges are badges are not the easiest. It all depends because badges, travel arrangements, and place to stay, they are all easy in their own fronts, but it get progressively harder when your options get more limited. Granted, again, like Anubis said, do it as early
Yeah,
as
do the badge early, and so A, there's no reason not to.
Mhm.
B, there unless you're there's some conventions obviously basically going to require you to do it early just because they sell out.
Yeah,
Most anime conventions probably are not that, but then like at the same time, if you know you're going, you might as well
yeah,
you might as well get it done. You might as well get that out of the way so
yeah,
you can worry about the other stuff that actually has some kind of logistical planning uh, going on with it.
yeah. So, as far as the ticket fronts goes, it's its own beast. Now we go on to the fun part: hotels. Ooh, this is literally a beast in its own fucking right here. So first of
This
all,
is another one where you definitely, if you know you're going, you want to get this squared away as soon as
oh
possible.
yeah, it's and the thing about hotels is it's like oh, I need to stay at a convention. Like sometimes the convention's so close, you could just do a day trip out of it, and you just have to pay for parking, which is good and easy
Yeah,
enough. But
yeah,
if the convention and you need a hotel, then it becomes okay. 9 times out of 10, I want to stay. I want to be closest to the convention center as humanly fucking possible.
yeah,
Prepare to pay more. Uh,
yeah,
and then, or convention hotels always sells out first,
yeah,
and then the surrounding hotels start selling out. But here's the deal: it becomes a game of comparing and contrasting. Like for instance, PAX East, how the convention center is set up here at the BCEC. You got the convention center itself. You got the connecting hotel, which is the Westin, which I would consider the con hotel. And then you got a hotel across the street, the Omni Hotel. And then you have the hotels on the side of it, on one side of it, the Elemental, all that stuff, and the hotels that are kind of like a 5-minute walk down. The Westin doesn't have a lot of amenities, but the hotels at the Omni and Element does. This one hotel, it's 5 minutes walk down. They have free all you can eat breakfast, but none of them else does. It's kind of like you're trying to figure out like which is a good bang for your fucking buck here. You know, like Anubis, you wouldn't mind staying at a hotel that had better amenities, a little bit cheaper, and you only needed to walk like 2 minutes longer to your convention center, basically.
yeah. No, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah,
Especially if I can get a room and I can't get a room at the connecting hotel.
yeah. Attila, I used to.
To put it in perspective, I consider the hotel being connected to the convention center an amenity in and of itself.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Attila said, I used to stay one day before and one day after the con at the con hotel when it was in the city I lived in. Yeah, no, we do that too for specific conventions like for myself, PAX East, for both of us, Anime Boston, because
Yep.
please believe, try to check in on the day of the convention is a motherfucker.
I'm trying to check out and get all your shit out of the hotel room on the day the convention ends.
Yeah, that is a
It's
fucking
even worse.
challenge. That like some people have it they had it set up in a way where when they reserve the room, they request lower levels and they decided to walk down the stairs with all their shit because they don't want to fucking deal with the elevators.
Yep,
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. At my last con, I went to Colossal, which I stayed there for a whole week. Motherfucker. I respect that. But yeah, no, like the elevator game is so fucking horrible. Like, I remember Anime Boston. Some of the people, they would pack in so many people in the elevators. It was like a fucking can of like it was a clown car. and then some of the elevators were getting stuck, and the fire department had to come in and help them and help out.
Yep.
And it got to a point where it's like they had to start posting people just to make sure they don't overfill the elevator. Like I think, but no, they post people there to make sure you got a card to the room. Yeah, but still, it's just
Right.
But it's just it's like it's a clown car situation. Elevators at hotels suck at conventions because especially Sunday. We did, like I think the last time we slept on a Sunday, wasn't it like the most annoying thing? Like
it was yeah.
Like
Because every time you'd see an elevator going down, it was always full of the people who were from the upper floors.
And then we had to adopt the system, which everyone adopted as well. In order to go down, you must go up. Which everyone else started doing, which made it even worse. It's like, fuck me.
There's no good way to do it.
It's
literally impossible.
Again, that's why people legitimately, they would stay in the lowest level possible and just take the fucking stairs down at that point, because it was just the easiest way to do it, unless there was like a dedicated elevator system for them on the higher floors. That's it. That being like, but yeah, hotels, it's like, you got to consider, okay, what's the size of the room? How much is it going to cost? Future tip, AAA. It does save you on it does help you save money on discounts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rooms are they're a little bit cheaper, but in the long run, you'll save a lot of fucking money. So, and then, okay, how many people want to come with me? All right, how many people can we legally fit in a hotel room without?
Exactly.
And then how many people? We're all guilty of this. How many officially, how many people can we fit in a hotel room? Officially, unofficially, how many people can we fit in a room?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, because the more people you have, the cheaper the room gets, which makes everyone happy. At the same time, you want to make sure you don't fuck around and have the hotel find out, because they're like, there's so many people in the room. So you gotta, and then it comes into payment too, because it's like, do you trust your friends enough where they can pay you at least before the convention or at the convention itself?
Right.
And don't have it in a way where it's like they don't contact you and then when they meet up with you, they finally pay. No, like I need you to tell me like one of two things: you pay me up early, or you pay me when I'm there. But figuratively speaking, I like it when you pay early because your spot is guaranteed. Bam.
Yeah.
Done. Over with. We're good to go. And I know, and like sometimes, like, hey, maybe something happened. Like, hey, mind if I pay you there and have the ATM because I get paid? I'm like, okay, Anubis, I do it to you at times, and you're totally understandable. I'm like, and I give you the money that weekend.
Because I know that you're going to pay.
Yeah, exactly. There has been situations where I had people meet up with, they said that they were going to pay. I'm like, cool. And then they said, oh, hey, I'm going to pay you at the convention. Okay, cool, awesome. And then at the convention arrives, they said, hey, I only have this amount of money. Can I pay you later on this month? I'm like, can you do half? Can't. And it was kind of like, no,
and then it becomes like, what the fuck you're doing at the convention? You can't afford the room.
And I know I think it happens to everyone at least once, or some variation happens to that. For most of it, we didn't have a lot of people stay with us. Yeah, no, that's good. It's all like, for me, I think as I got older, I understood more. Like at the beginning, I would have a lot of people in the room because it would make the room cheaper. But then I realized, let's have the room be smaller and smaller. When I'm saying to myself, we're still going to have a big ass room. Don't you worry about that. But the amount of people we're going to have in there is going to be smaller. Instead of like 6 people or something like that, we're going to have an easy 4, like, and
it also gets a lot easier as the room host, like just purely if you have the money to cover the room yourself, like you're not relying on everyone to you're not relying on pooling everyone's money beforehand
Yeah.
and then paying for the room that way.
Yeah.
Like you can cover it yourself, and everyone is just paying their share.
Yep. Attila's like, we made contracts on our room rules and payments. Oh, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. Also, we made it.
That's not a bad call.
We made it mandatory to have your own emergency rations with you on the day you got.
That's really not a bad call.
That is not a bad idea, because generally my room is, I will supply some things, mainly water. I will have like spare water bottles in the room on standby. Everything else is up to you. Because I understand, hey, we're thirsty, we got to drink water. Alcohol, BYOB.
Yeah.
Emergency rations, yeah, it's always good to have emergency rations on you. Yeah, it's like, whether it be chips, snacks, sandwiches you made, you could put it in the mini fridge, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of hotels do mini fridges now. You'd be surprised how many people spent their own money on stuff and not food. Yes! Oh my god!
That shit happens, and it's not a smart idea.
I think it'll happen to con newbies, because they see all these things, it's like, I want to buy everything, and then it's like, guys, I have no money.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at this, it's like, fuck. shit. This is why I always like to even have a dedicated food fund. Have money on you dedicated for food. Don't touch it for anything else. This is your food. If you run out, you are starving. And then just
go on, because I got a whole thing.
Yeah, like if you run, like have money for food always guaranteed, and then have some food and supplies on you in the hotel room on hand to help. Like, hey, instead of buying for a whole meal, I could just make myself something quick in the room and save a lot of money, and then be on my merry way. Or again, free breakfast, all you can eat breakfast at the hotel definitely does help out a lot. I'm not sure.
So there are definitely some hotels that do that. I remember the hotel that we were at the last time a bunch of us went to Kineticon had the free breakfast, and that was a lifesaver. But this is something that you're gonna hear me especially come back to over this discussion. A lot of this stuff gets a lot easier purely just when you have money.
Yeah.
When you're able to throw money at the problem, all this stuff no longer becomes a factor. Like, I don't remember the last time. Oh, well, I do remember the last time. It was when I didn't have money. The last time when I really had to mentally measure out, okay, if I spend this much on food, how much do I have how much do I have left on stuff? Nowadays, no, I don't even think about it when spending money on food at cons.
Yeah, I think we were all like that the same way, because I remember we were all like pinching pennies. We're all figuring this shit out, making sure we get the best deal as much as humanly fucking possible. Like, and it's funny, we got older, we got better jobs, and we're like, oh, it's like, I was like, hey, I want this hotel, I want the room. Like, it's gonna be, don't tell me, just let me get the room.
Money, when you're able to throw money at the problem, a lot of this stuff becomes not a real problem anymore.
Yeah,
because okay, well, the hotel, all right, well, we'll get whatever room we want, because if you book it early enough, and if you're able to cover it, hey, we'll just get whatever room we want. If you've got it like that, which is not like, it's not a whole lot, but if you've got it like that, it's like, we're eating at the con, doesn't really matter how much the food costs.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, if you, depending on what you're buying, 1 or 2 meals is not enough to actually get something. Like 1 or 2 meals at a convention, think about it. What can you afford with what you spend on like two meals at a con? Or like put it in perspective, like on average, what would you spend on like 2 meals at a convention?
On average.
On average.
Well, how much I would spend on 2 meals at a convent, like at a con?
Yeah, if you're at, call it Anime Boston. You eat 2 meals in a day. How much does that cost?
40-50 bucks tops. Easy.
All right. What the fuck can you buy of value at Anime Boston for 50 bucks? Maybe an art book?
Art book, a Blu-ray, depending on it.
Depending on what Blu-ray it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, depending on the Blu-ray it is. Yeah. I do like the
It's not a whole lot, and some of this stuff is also stuff that you could buy like elsewhere outside of the anime convention.
Oh yeah,
especially in terms of Blu-rays. Again, depending on what it is.
Attila posted also communal table of food and drinks and a private space. Yeah, yes, private. Like you have your private stashes, and then you have like the table of like anyone can have at it, like our alcohol table.
Yep.
It's you bring alcohol. It's like a BYOB, but everyone shares the alcohol. But we all keep our own private. We all keep our private stash.
We all have our own private stash.
Also, for the love of fucking Christ Almighty, don't go too buck wild where you're puking your guts out,
dude. Don't. That's not necessary.
No, it's like know your limit, I should say. And if so, just don't do stupid shit in the hotel, or the hotel will kick you out. I'm just saying. Yeah. Like there was too many close calls for me, and I got stupid lucky. I got stupid lucky, and then it doesn't happen too often now because I know exactly what to do, and you know exactly what to do. Because I used to host a restaurant in Boston, but I got a little too crazy. So Anubis, you take the reins on that, and I backed you up, and then everything was fine. And then I decided to spearhead the PAX East stuff, and everything was fine because I learned. And again, you're gonna make mistakes and stuff like that. Are you calling out Anime Punch? Oh man,
I've never heard of Anime Punch. Now I need to discover what this is. Anime Punch was at Columbus, Ohio base, so that's all. That's already telling you all you need to know.
Yep,
was past tense.
Or fucking what was that FurryCon where everything went to hell. Rainforest, yeah, everything, like anything that can happen did happen. It was bad too. But yeah, so hotels, it's its own thing. Just securing the hotel, getting people for the room, making sure people don't fuck up the room, and then you got to figure out what did almost got kicked you out of. We didn't necessarily get kicked out. It was just It was just too many issues. Too many close. It was a close call of someone getting sent to the hospital. Yeah. One got sent to the hospital. Another one we almost caught the cops on. Okay, but that was a different story.
Did one get sent to the hospital?
No.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
The teeth grinding guy was fine.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out, well, what am I packing for the room? Well, when you pack for a room for a convention, general rule of thumb: pack clothes for every day of the con, and then pack emergency set of clothes. Yeah. And toiletries, pack your own toiletries, please. Toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, all that dandy stuff. I personally, I would ask the hotel to as soon as we arrive, because I know they run out wicked quickly. Extra pillows, extra blankets, as well as extra toilet paper and towels. Not all at once. No. I do it staggered.
Yeah.
But the extra toilet paper. Yeah. Anime Punch, if I remember it, Ohio State Summer Con that turned into a Summer Con not attached to the university, and it led to jail for illegal underage stuff. I think. Oh damn. But yeah, no, it's. Then it turns like, okay, so we're bringing clothes, we're bringing all that. Okay, what else are we bring? Sometimes some people like to bring them a Nintendo Switch. We actually had a fucking thing happen to us, and we were all looking at ourselves like, this should not have happened. So at Retro World Expo, our friend Banana Man Jamie, he brought us a Nintendo Switch, and we're like, hey, okay, cool. We always, at conventions when we're all together, we always like to play like Mario Party, and stuff like that, while we drink and eat food. He was getting ready. He was starting to plug everything in. Oh, hi, Harami. He was plugging everything in. Then he was like, guys, does any of you guys have an HDMI cable? Because I forgot to bring mine. And then we looked at each other, we're like,
Listen, I brought everything to set up my booth. Didn't bring anything to set up anyone else's shit. Did not bring the HDMI cable because I didn't need it.
And that,
in my own defense.
And I didn't really need one, but we usually like to bring one because we like to plug stuff in the TV. But this is hilarious. So none of us was smart enough to bring an HDMI cable. Sorry, missed out on the beginning. What was the podcast about? Podcast is about anime and video games, but specifically we're talking about the woes of going to conventions. And this story here, so in hotels, this is funny actually. My friend was trying to set up his Nintendo Switch. We all forgot to bring an HDMI cord because usually someone will always have it. Either myself, Anubis, or our friend. Someone would have an HDMI cord all around. So he looked in the back and he's like, guys, there's an HDMI cord plugged into the TV. Like, yeah, that's probably plugged into the box. No, there's another cord plugged into the box. You'd think it's just the box to the TV. And I'm like, I mean, try it. So that's what he did. He plugged in the Switch on one end and plugged out the other end of the TV. And it worked. So, because apparently the box, it was so funny how it fucking worked out because I was afraid like he unplugged it and then it's like, what did you unplug? But no, this is why we have a checklist. Like, just make a checklist. Actually, another thing too, I almost forgot to bring my fucking tripod monopod thingy for my GoPro.
Yeah.
So I felt so bad. So literally, I got all my GoPro stuff except the fucking tripod monopod thing. I drove out, met up with Anubis. As we were about to leave, I remembered to bring out my GoPro to start recording some footage on the travel. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to bring it. Oh shit. Oh shit. So we went back to my house, grabbed it, and went to the con. It was just an extra 15 minutes. But it was, again, I'm very thankful. Attila, you can't do that on newer or updated hotel rooms now. Smart TVs are blocked from... Oh, wow. Really? Smart TVs are blocked from HDMI inputs as they are attached to hotel network controlled by master... Oh, wow. Well, let's just hope they don't do that to RTV and Anime Boston PAX East.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like, you got, like, you know, your packing list of what to bring to conventions and stuff that you have to consider. Please bring a spare change of fucking clothes. Don't wear the same fucking clothes every fucking day, even though if you take a shit. Actually, take a fucking shower. I mean, that is a very specific rule for my room. You're gonna take a fucking shower. I don't care if you have a change of clothes, so you put on deodorant. Did you take a shower that day? I don't care if you missed your toiletries. I can ask the hotel to give us extra shampoo, extra soap, toothbrush, and toothpaste. Take a fucking shower. Confunk is no joke.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is a very specific rule. And in your hotel, it's generally agreed. Like, we don't even have to mention it because we all take a shower every day.
Yeah, the people there know what's up.
So I think we covered hotel stuff pretty well. I don't think anything else we have to worry about here, basically. Sleeping arrangements is always fun. Oh my god. Where is anyone gonna... Okay, general rule of thumb, whoever's hotel name's on the hotel room, they generally get the bed, right?
Yeah.
And then the reason why we do suites is because the couches are usually pull-out beds.
Yeah.
And then it just works from there. So you like sleeping places. You got the fucking bed, you got the pull-out couch, you got the floor, and sometimes, in case of emergencies, the bathtub. Oh man, I have learned a while back that this was an issue, people not bathing, and this is odd to learn that there are many people who don't practice basic hygiene. Yeah, it's really prevalent at conventions, specifically the video game room that has Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I don't
know why, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sleeping arrangements is always fun, trying to figure out where people sleep at. Like, if you have a somewhat larger group of people, it's like, okay, who wants to play? Are you comfortable? Like, are you comfortable? Who are you comfortable sleeping right beside? Gents, remember, dicks outward, not just saying, dicks out. We don't want no surprises in the morning here, please. But yeah, sleeping is it's not a big issue, but it's something to think about. And other than that, it's pretty much basically don't fuck around and find out. But now we go to travel arrangements. This it gets interesting because it's like, depending on how close to the con is, you could be like, okay, I'm gonna drive there. Okay, gas, is your vehicle in working order? What's the parking gonna be like? Parking, do they have free in and out or no? Or are you just gonna keep it there? Like, is it safe to put it there in the garage? Are you gonna lose your ticket, or are you gonna have it on you? But and that's just one thing. But train, all right, same rules apply. Get your ticket early. Get on the train. You think to yourself, oh, the train's gonna be nice and easy, right? Myself and Anubis have seen, when we go to a train to convention, it gets oddly packed really easily.
Yeah,
like
because other people have the same idea.
This is why I have because I remember, pack the bare minimum you need, and don't be like me when I had, how many backpacks or bags that I had beforehand?
You had like 2 large ones and 1 small one, I think.
Yeah, I had like 2 large ones, 1 small one in a backpack, wasn't it?
Think so.
And it was too much. I brought way too much to convention. I'm like, how can I fucking minimize the shit out of this? Now it's like, the more bags you bring, the more annoying it'll get, especially if you're traveling on a plane, on a train, or even in a car. Can you fit everything in the car? Okay, cool. If your friend's coming with you, can they fit their shit in the car? Okay, it might be a little tight, but we can do this. Oh, here's another friend. We can't fit you, sadly.
Yeah, then it becomes an issue.
Yeah, like yeah, like trying to get your stuff through a train, if you have a lot of things, is annoying for you, but equally annoying, if not more, for people just, kind of have to move out of the way, or just like, sorry. So yeah, pack the bare minimum. I used to have multiple bags. Now I'm down to my big back, my decently sized backpack, and 1 big bag. That's it. If I can't fit anything else in, it ain't going with me. It's nice living near an active Amtrak. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
That is true. Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, I have to drive a little bit too,
because it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there for him. Which actually, one year I just parked my vehicle at your house, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it worked out just fine. Didn't have to pay for parking. We got dropped off by a friend at the train station. Everything worked out. Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing, like, trains are pretty straightforward and easy. You just got to make sure you know when to get off, which the train conductors will tell you. But planes, that's an interesting thing. If you're taking a plane, now it's the whole, okay, let me arrive there early, let me go through security, all that daily stuff. Early to get it, it's just try to figure out your travel arrangements, because going on, I went on planes to go to conventions, OhioCon, and it was fairly straightforward. And then at the airport, it's like, oh, okay, I need a taxi for the hotel, I need money for that. It's just
you have to really figure everything out.
Yeah, like, how the fuck am I gonna get there? Like, granted, there's Uber now, but hey, maybe like at least Uber tells you how much the fare is gonna be, so you can kind of pre-plan this. But I do hate, sometimes Uber gets busy, so they do like an additional surcharge on prices. Literally, this happened to me one time at PAX East. We were about to get a cab. It was kind of expensive. I literally waited 5 minutes, and the prices went down to so much more reasonable. Make friends in the city of the con and have them pick you up. That's true too.
That can work. I mean, yeah, it depends on the city. Yeah, I do have family in Boston.
Yeah, but you don't take
that's like an all else fail sort of thing. I actually did have them drop me off. I think it was the time that I stayed with. I think it's the time I stayed with your sister, where my family actually dropped me off at the hotel, because they were driving back to Boston from a family event down here.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of just caught a ride up with them.
Oh, okay.
And got dropped off at the hotel.
Oh no, that's actually makes it convenient and stuff like that. Yeah, it's yeah, no. Family, gotta love them. Other stuff about the conventions and stuff like that. Again, one major thing is throwing money at the problem fixes it really wicked quickly. Not even.
It's another thing with bucket list, life goal. Ready for this?
Okay.
Fly to the conventions, any convention that you're going to.
Okay.
Fly to the convention, private.
Briefcases.
Instead of doing all the fucking, doing all going through all the shit with the airport and shit, you go to the FBO, literally just walk out onto the tarmac, step up into the plane. In a suit, in shades, with a briefcase, of course.
You gotta have the briefcase.
That's what that kind of money looks like, is a suit and shades and a briefcase.
One of these days we are going, like, I think Japan next year, definitely we're going to be in suits when we leave.
Oh, 100%.
But I want to have a briefcase that when you open up, there's a yellow gold light shining in your face, like fucking Pulp Fiction. And depending on the con, it's going to be filled with weeb shit. And I should have it.
Yeah, that's bucket list.
I should have it.
That's goals.
You know the number dial? I should have it set up in a way where it's just ooh woo. But no, it's you know, people think planning out for conventions is fairly easy, and it's actually not. It's like, it's easy to start off with, and then you realize there's several different levels you have to figure out. Now, if you're new to this,
it's a logistical challenge. Definitely depending on which convention you're going to.
Yeah.
When we went to
New York, Anime NYC.
Anime NYC. It was a fucking logistical nightmare because it's New York City.
Yeah, it's New York, because we had to try to figure out the closest, the closest hotel that was reasonably priced. That was interesting.
Because none of them are connected to the convention center.
No, Javits Center is its own fucking thing. And you want to know what's hilarious? There's literally a hotel right down the block from it.
Every single every single hotel was a walk from the convention center.
Yeah,
and it was different. Like the con hotels, quote unquote, were different hotels from the previous year.
Exactly. Pretty much. But the fact it was
the one you stopped in on when we were walking in.
Yeah.
We were walking from the train station to the hotel. The one you stopped in was the con hotel the previous year. Was not the con hotel that year.
Oh yeah, yeah, I messed up on that.
And that one was also it was for an entirely different reason. But that one was also like just a straight shot. Like you walk out of the hotel, you turn right, and then you just keep walking until you actually cross the road
because of the snow.
Yeah,
it was snowing like a motherfucker, so I went inside just to catch.
So you had your own reason, but I'm saying that hotel was the con hotel.
Wow, damn. Okay,
was not the con hotel that year for whatever reason.
I do say though, I missed that experience of literally leaving the hotel, grabbing a slice of cheese pizza for $1, and just walking down the street eating it like it was nothing.
That is a very nice. That was the probably the nicest part of that whole experience.
A New York City cheese pizza slice for $1. You can get like a whole slice of pizza. I think Matt got like a whole pizza box for like $6-7 basically.
Something like that.
Yeah, because he just paid by the slice. Insane. Yeah.
Listen, if you're in New York City and you can't find, you starve to death because you can't find anything to eat, I don't know what you're doing. You might have deserved it because there's food literally everywhere.
Exactly. Which is hilarious because it's like I walked out and I wanted sushi, so I literally, while I was walking around the block trying to find a sushi place that I liked, and apparently my sister and my friends got a little worried because they thought I got mugged or something like that because it's in New York, and I was like, no, I finally found the sushi place to get food from, and I'm getting it right now. And they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, dude, I am outside in New York City with shorts, a hoodie, and sneakers. I am as blended in as humanly.
You're as New York City as they get.
Yeah, like I don't stand up, I blend in. like me walking down the street with a pizza. Yeah, everyone does that. Yeah, literally, everyone walks down the street with a pizza. Yeah, jaywalking. Oh yeah, like
that's how it works.
When you jaywalk, you're not a tourist. When you see people jaywalking, like 9 times out of 10, they're not a tourist. They know what's up. Which is funny because I actually jaywalked in front of an NYPD officer. He didn't give a shit because it's like he sees it all the fucking time. Like, what is
they
he?
Probably have better shit to worry about.
Is he really gonna do all the paperwork and stuff like that for a jaywalker? Come on, come on. And he was the kind of guy that looked like he was like, I've done this for a while. This is not new. So, yeah, planning out conventions is it's always a fun thing. I think. Other than that, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, right?
Pretty much it. The gist of it is everything gets easier when you have money. So probably if you're really having trouble, it might be a money issue.
Well, let me reiterate on this. Everything gets easier with experience. Because you have the initial plan and then you realize I could have done this 10 times better and easier.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening. Like us planning out for convention 15 years ago, that was a challenge. Us planning convention now, easy as 5 minutes of looking up the website for the hotel, getting the arrangements for the travel, and we're done. Yeah. It is simply done, ready to go, everything agreed on, we're good. All right. Oh, that was good talking. It was good talk. All right, now we're going to be going on our next segment called The Board. And for those who don't know what The Board is, hold on. I have to bring up The Board. So The Board is basically our recommendations for animes out there with a tier system. Highest tier, S tier, but that's like anime that has changed the industry, that is so like up top of the hill. It has done something as a whole for everything. And then you got the F tier, which is you should know. Just don't watch it. No. Just please, for the love of
avoid at all costs.
Yeah, please avoid at all costs. You should not get this at all. So I'm sorry to cover up your face. So we got some really awesome selections here, like Interstellar 5555, the story of the Secret Star System, Macross Plus, and we got Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Evangelion, and then we start going down to like we got Gundam Build Fighters Try, and then F tier. Godzilla Singular Point. I hate it. I fucking hated it. G Savior, the live action Gundam movie that was made. Don't watch it, please. Yeah, the board has been run since Bebop is not S. Don't worry, I'm gonna try to figure out to get it to S.
If you can explain to me what Cowboy Bebop did to change the game, I'm more than happy to put it in S tier. But as it stands, I don't know that it belongs up here with like Otaku no Video and Macross Plus.
So general rule of thumb, we both put in 5 recommendations each, and we've started doing themed weeks this time. This episode is going to be slice of life specifically. So okay, which I'm totally not ready for because it's like I have to
damn dog, this is your podcast.
I know this is my podcast. How the hell did I came in and be like, I forgot to well, slice of life can mean a lot of things, because you can have like animes out there like part-time Devil's a part-time, which is a slice of life in a sense, but with just extra things to it. But
yeah, I mean, I would definitely consider that slice of life.
Actually, you know what? Do we have my Devil's a part-timer on there?
I don't think we do.
Let's put it on the list. And all right, you can blame Anubis, even though I was like, you blame Anubis for that. What was it My Devil's a part? Oh, the Devil's a part-timer.
The Devil is a part-timer.
I want to say Clear A. I heavily enjoyed season 1. It was a great, fun experience. It was like a reverse isekai, but slice of life of like the devil working at a fucking McDonald's, trying to get used to like life in Japan, basically.
Yeah, I can't battle with that.
So yeah, you know what? It's Devil's a part-timer. Clear A recommendation. I need to start on season 2, and I know they did like a continuation, but it wasn't season 2. I do. Bebop introduced 2 generations. Wait, I do. Oh, wait, hold on. Attila's coming back with full force. Cowboy Bebop introduced 2 generations in the West that anime is not child-only entertainment. It was seminal anime for Americans, not just the U.S.
Akira did that. And with the we've been doing this anime is not kid stuff shit for like a decade before Cowboy Bebop. That's not something Cowboy Bebop did. That's not something Cowboy Bebop started. It did that. It did it well, but doing something really well is not S tier. S tier is Dragon Ball Z literally put shonen fighting anime on the map. It put on the map the most popular genre of anime in the United States. What else? Daikon 3, Daikon 4, the stuff that the Gainax people did before Gainax, Macross Plus, the thing that started the Shinichiro Watanabe Yoko Kanno collaboration that led to Cowboy Bebop. Samurai Champloo, the entire reason we have fucking lo-fi hip hop to study and relax to.
He's gonna cook up something. I know.
Mobile Suit Gundam, SDF Macross.
So what's your recommendation?
Tell me why. Tell me why it belongs up there with stuff that legitimately changed the game, rather than doing what Akira and multiple anime before then did.
Akira was what, 89, right?
Really well. It was 88.
Okay. And then every anime referenced that one fucking motorcycle scene. Every anime.
And like not only that, but anime in the West began as not kid stuff. It really never was kid stuff. It was only kid stuff when they started kind of halfway licensing it, but trying to flip it around into something else because they wanted to market it to children. But the way it started was college nerds who were really into sci-fi anime, sort of like getting like second and third order like bootleg tapes from Japan because you couldn't get it over here. It wasn't like it didn't start out as kid stuff. It became kid stuff by way of companies butchering it, trying to market it. But once people started getting the real shit, the kid stuff thing, the not kid stuff thing started becoming a marketing talking point after that. But really, it started out as not kid stuff. It never was that. Lucky Star is my pick.
Oh, what?
And I would put that at a clear, at a solid A tier.
I accept it. No, Lucky, which is funny because when I was trying to figure an anime pick to post up on Twitter, I was like, and it was anime that comes into mind. I don't fucking care. Go Lucky Star. I'm like, excellent.
Because I knew that was gonna be the first slice of life anime I called out. If you didn't.
Yep, and we do note the board will also include anime, including series, OVAs, movies, and live actions.
Mm-hmm.
And which we already have Great Teacher Onizuka on there. I want to do, you know what? This is an oldie but a goodie. And I'm sure people can agree. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Okay, yeah.
It was clearly a slice of life, which is Kiki being a witch.
This is like pure slice of life.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, really, it is. It just so happens Kiki was a witch, basically. That's it. That's the only unique thing.
That's the thing about slice of life is like you can have anything around slice of life, but it has to be a slice of life thing.
And Kiki's Delivery Service definitely was a slice of life thing. There was no as far as the rating goes though, how, I mean, it, like, I grew up watching it, back in the day, and I always have fond memories of that and stuff like that. I kind of want to give it a decent grade. So a part of me says B, but a part of me says give it the A.
I have no problem giving it the A, quite honestly.
Yeah, okay. I was just waiting for that. Games delivery service. Attila posted that was a very US-centric experience of anime. I grew up in Latin America, so the experiences and growth is very different. Akira was not part of the list until Bebop there. So for us, it was Akira kind of opened the door. We didn't have Akira on the list. We need to have that on the list eventually. For Latin America, Cowboy Bebop opened that door. That is interesting because it was like we failed to see other because different countries they don't get generally the same programming and stuff like that.
Well,
so
because we don't live in those countries.
Yeah, exactly. So it is actually a different take on it too. So
I'm still not putting Cowboy Bebop in S tier.
One of these days, Attila, we're gonna fucking
tell me what it changed about the industry. Tell me what it changed.
What's that lawyer game?
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Phoenix Wright moment here eventually. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
Tell me what it changed. Tell me something I don't know about it that had a significant impact on the industry going forward that wasn't preceded by something else.
Well, hold on. Before, we're gonna wait on that. But I do need your next recommendation.
My next recommendation is I originally had something else, but then I realized that this could definitely be considered slice of life.
Okay.
Is You're Under Arrest. You ever seen this one?
Wasn't that made in like the 90s or the?
Yes.
Hold on, I need to. As soon as I see a picture.
1994 for the first episode of the OVA.
Oh, yeah, the bike scene and everything. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, which by the very long-running series. People don't know how, like, this went from, like, the mid-90s to, like, the late 2000s.
All right, You're Under Arrest. Where are we putting it?
You're Under Arrest. I'd say solid A. It's a long-running series. It's one of the few buddy cop anime that I can think of as being really exceptional and evidenced by, again, the fact that it's been going for a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, let me check my list here. Do we have Clannad on here?
I would not consider Clannad slice of life. If you wanna battle on that, we can. If you consider it slice of life, we can have that discussion.
Well,
but I'll tell you,
okay,
I don't consider it slice of life.
Let me switch gears at K-On!
K-On! I don't think we have that on the list.
I'm not seeing K-On! Fuck it, apparently it's up to me to put K-On! On the list. Shit. I'm like, what the fuck do we miss K-On! Clannad is more drama than slice of life. Okay, yeah, definitely. You're right. Yeah, the director want to make things sad. K-On! Minimum B, highest I'll go is A. You know what? I'll say B tier. K-On! Let's see what.
Okay, what is preventing it from being an A tier?
Well, can you influence? Well, what? Can you tell me why it deserves to be on the A tier? Give me a reason.
Well, first things first. Basically every element of it is masterfully executed, which we've come to expect from Kyoto Animation. But this was kind of when they were really getting into their stride. They'd done Haruhi Suzumiya, they'd done Lucky Star, they'd done Clannad, Canon Air, and K-On! Is like when they really start to get into their stride animation wise, especially in terms of like just cementing their reputation as a creator of high quality anime. Just I can't think of an element of K-On! That I would consider B tier. The music is excellent. The character animation is excellent. The art is excellent.
It started a whole fucking trend of like everyone wanted to be in a fucking band in high school.
It started a trend that is still going on today.
Which is funny. Everyone wanted to be in a band instead of, what is it, idol. It's like you have animes that, oh, I want to be an idol. No, you have animes like, no, I want to be in a band and just play music.
Yep, it's a trend that's still going on today.
Yeah,
I could in fact begin to argue that it would deserve to be an S tier because it's Naoka Yamada's directorial debut, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'll accept it. All right, your turn.
Stand by. Let me update the list on my side.
And of course, the updated list will be posted on my Discord as well, so you can all see where we stand on a few things too. So,
now I have to come up. Now I have to come up with some shit.
Yeah, because it's like we're going through the list here.
That was all I need. That was all I need. That was all I had.
So I took your thing. Well, I took your thing.
No, there's one more I had lined up is Azumanga Daioh.
I hadn't heard those. I hadn't heard that anime. It's so fucking long. I remember that was a very prominent one too, for a slice of lifer. Would love and romance anime be in its own genre? So it could be part of slice of life. I mean, it could be. You
could have a love and romance anime that is a slice of life. You could do that.
You could do that.
It's like, again, slice of life is more like
it's like a
particular style of storytelling that doesn't focus very much on overarching plot and is more about moment to moment interaction. And you could definitely have a romance anime that does that.
Love Hina.
It would be different. I don't know that I'd consider Love Hina to be that particular combination.
Oh.
Love Hina definitely does follow an overarching story. It's just over the course of however many episodes. I would come closer to considering very specifically Tenchi Universe that sort of story, that sort of anime.
All right,
because it doesn't necessarily really. It's not meant for storytelling. It's meant for harem anime hijinks. Whereas Tenchi Muyo, the actual Tenchi Muyo, is more about following an actual story with the harem anime elements within it.
Well, we still need your recommendation.
Azumanga Daioh.
Oh yeah, fuck. You already said it. Shit.
Azumanga Daioh. If Lucky Star is in the A tier, Azumanga Daioh can't be lower than A tier.
Agreed. I'm not gonna fight you on this one. It is that I've had very fond memories of Azumanga Daioh. That was like the one GIF where I forgot what her name was, got bit by the dog on the street. It was like a electrifying.
The cat. Yeah. The
cat. It was
Sakaki.
Yeah.
Miss Sakaki.
And it was like the whole world changed because of that, basically. Honey X Clover, Lovely Complex, Paradise Kiss. Oh my god, Lovely Complex. I've watched Lovely Complex, but that was like back in the day. How long ago did this release? 2007. Wow. Thank you for Attila, thank you for reminding me, dude. I'm gonna rewatch that now because I would put it up on the board, but I need to rewatch it to see where it stands because it's been a long ass. I hadn't watched it since 2007 when it first came out. So, with that said, I can story genre. For example, I'm currently reading "Fly Me to the Moon," and I would say is a romance as well as a slice of life, as it focuses on romantic relations, but also shows the day-to-day life of living as a married couple. Yeah. Oh, fuck! It went back to me, didn't it?
It did. It's your turn. While I look at my shelf and try to figure out which one I'm going to recommend next.
I fucking hate it. Like, we're all like this. We picked the one genre that's like shit. We already got Ranma 1/2, right? On the list.
I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure we do not.
Can we consider that a slice of life?
My instinct says yes.
I mean, hold on. Let's see here. I mean, it's romantic comedy, definitely. Like, I love the fucking panda. Like, I love the fucking panda in that show. Wait, Ramen 1/2 is more of Tenchi, but the anime that popularized harem. No, it's harem. Okay, never mind. All right.
The overall genre doesn't matter. What matters is it more focused on following an overarching story and progressing that way, or is it more focused on moment to moment interaction? Because take Lucky Star or Azumanga Daioh. Neither of those are focused on following an overarching story. They're focused on more so moment to moment interaction. They're focused on putting the characters in a situation and just having those characters interact. The overall genre doesn't matter. It can be comedy, it can be romance. It doesn't. The overall genre doesn't really matter. It's more of a pacing. It's more of a element of pacing. It's more of an element of how the show itself is constructed.
What's that anime with the cat? Like, literally, the cat was. I know.
You're gonna have to be more specific, dog.
Anime with a cat that was a stray, but then got adopted by the guy who lost his parents recently.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. The only one I can think of is Mayoi Neko Overrun, and I don't think that's the one you're talking about, because I don't think that's what happens.
My roommate is a cat. There we go.
Never heard of this anime in my life.
Really? Like, the whole basic premise is this stray cat.
I've heard of the Pet Girl of Sakura-so, where it's the girl who shows up and acts like an animal. But I've not heard of the one you're talking about.
Panda making things. Wait, making up the genre or no? It's an actual anime. Go look at it. I am not. Like
Yeah, this is real. It's real.
It is real. It is. I love it how it's that one cat anime. I'm like, then I'm like, wait a minute. I was way too.
A lot more specific than that, my man.
I was insanely way too vague about it. I'm like, yeah, this is. Apparently. Oh, it's Ayashike.
Ayashike, yeah. So that's you could consider that a genre.
Yeah.
I would more so consider that a style. But you will find a lot. Like the Venn diagram between slice of life and Ayashike is basically a circle.
I will go an easy B tier for that.
I haven't. I heard about this anime today. I was today years old when I heard about this anime, so I can't battle with you.
I enjoyed it because, again, it was the whole anime series about a stray cat from the perspective of the cat that was a stray and then eventually got adopted by this one guy who recently lost his parents, lives alone, all that Danny stuff. So, and now he has to kind of figure out, hey, how do I take care of this cat? So a lot of times we're going to see the perspective of the cat, but we'll also get some of the human as well. So, and we go like this whole adventure of like, okay, how do I feed the cat? okay, how, like what do I, where do I get the stuff for the cat? Oh, I need to take the cat to a vet. All that Danny stuff. Like,
Right.
it was literally like him trying to like get right, like basically rush into like I am a cat owner now. So I'm gonna give it an easy B. It was a solid, it was a great watch. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best thing out there, but it definitely to me was it had some really good moments to go for. So I definitely would put my seal of approval. All right, all right, Anubis, go.
All right. Well, I had one, but it turns out it's already on the list, so I have to pick another one.
Oh my god. Attila put down Kotaro lives. Wow, I hadn't seen this. Wow.
I
Wait,
don't know that I've heard of that one.
no, this is relatively new. This is 2022. But I've seen pictures of it though. I'll look into it though. I'll look into it. All right. It's hard though. We picked like the one genre that we're like, there's a lot of overlapping, but then there's a lot of gray area to see if it is actually a slice of life.
Yeah, it's like we have to interrogate each pick
Yeah.
to see if that's really, is it really slice of life, or is it's a difficult genre, style, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a glue that could just be attached to a lot of things, basically.
It's a particular style of doing a work, basically. Like it's like it's different from how we're used to a lot of stuff being done. Not to say that Western media never does it, but a lot of the time it's more so trying to follow a story rather than like just focusing on situations and interactions. If you can't tell, I'm stalling so I can try and figure out what's the one I'm gonna pick next.
The one that you want to pick next that you actually watched.
Yeah, exactly. So that I actually can speak to.
It's hard, isn't
Because
it?
I was gonna say Genshiken, but we already have
got
Genshiken.
Genshiken's already on the list. It's already there. I mean, we might have to widen the playing field here a little bit, but we'll wait. Is it? I don't think we put.
So I'm trying to figure out
Full Metal Panic. We already got it up there. Don't worry, we already got it up there.
Yeah, we already got Full Metal. That's also not a slice of life anime.
But we got it up there. Fumofu,
maybe. Fumofu, you could probably
yeah,
consider Fumofu a slice of life anime.
An enjoyable experience.
That's definitely not regular ass Full Metal Panic.
Trying to think, because would Tokyo Godfathers be a slice of life? It's a movie. It's a movie.
Don't know, and I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched Tokyo Godfather? I feel like I'm the only one that watches.
That watches what? Like the
list.
The list is very long, my friend.
Well, it's actually more
the list of anime that I haven't watched that I need to.
It's actually more kind of drama, but I mean, it's all about it's a hard play. Tokyo Godfather sounds it's drama. It's drama. Yeah, you're right. It's more drama based. We're believe me, folks. We are looking for shit right now. We are actively looking.
We're searching. Attila Hunt mentions GTO. We already got GTO on the list.
We got GTO is great, fantastic. It is on the list.
It's great, fantastic. That's why it's in B tier.
Yep. I might even have to put the live action version on it. That's like the cop out. Live action version. I know it exists and it's good. Oh, I got mine.
All right. Shit. Then I need to hurry the hell up.
Yep. It's based on a story, but it's not. There was no anime of it and all that stuff. Wait. No. It could, yeah, there was a TV. Yeah, the TV series. That's what I wanted. Okay, sweet. Woo.
Okay. Because I'm trying to find something that would go outside of A tier. Because we put a lot of stuff in A tier.
Yeah,
All the stuff we put in A tier is really good.
We kind of been filling up A tier like it was going out of style here, and I kind of definitely want to spread out.
I've been trying to find something that's either S tier or something that's like B tier or lower.
Let's go B tier down. B tier down.
Well, then I can't say what I was gonna say because that definitely is A tier. Probably not S tier, but definitely A tier. Which means I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
You're gonna have to pull one out of your ass, basically. It's like,
you have to fucking. I couldn't say the first one because we already said it, like on the first episode.
Okay, I
couldn't say it. I can't say the second one because it's A tier. We want to move away from the A tier.
I am looking through a site right now, and I selected slice of life as the genre, and I did most watch. Okay, first one.
Okay.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Naturally.
I could put it on there. Yeah.
You could. I can't because I haven't seen it.
The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
That I have that's on the shelf. I haven't seen it yet.
Do we have Welcome to the NHK?
That is not a slice of life animes, dog. I don't know who put that on that list, but that definitely is not. No. That's not slice of life. That definitely follows a story, and it's a very depressing story.
The Way of the House Husband. That's slice of life.
That's slice of life. I also haven't seen it.
So I'm picking things that I could just pour in the pot.
all this is the. I'm looking for stuff that I have seen and can speak to.
Actually, stop for once. Fuck me. I noticed there.
Because we want to have stuff that's outside the A tier, right?
Classroom.
So now I have to figure some shit out.
Classroom of the Elite.
Haven't seen that one.
Fuck.
I know about it, but I haven't seen it.
Silver Spoon.
No, I haven't seen it. I barely heard about that.
Hamtaro.
Yo, B tier, Hamtaro, let's go. Used to watch that shit at 6 a.m. I'm very serious. Put Hamtaro in B tier.
I'm like thinking like
because I don't know that I'm gonna.
Hamtaro.
Is it really B tier? It might be nostalgia talking. Because I'm probably not gonna watch. I'm not gonna sit down and watch a whole lot of Hamtaro again.
No, but at the same time, when you were watching, you were really dedicated to cause.
No, dude, I named my hamster Hamtaro. I'm 100% down with the Ham gang.
Yeah. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just like,
no, I know you're not. I'm being real right now.
Moogle's like, why are you laughing at it? Yeah, you know what? Hamtaro's a B. I will accept that. It's good.
B tier.
B tier. Hamtaro. Oh my god. And I was looking through this like, is a Hamtaro? No, Hamtaro was slice of life. Holy shit. It took a while, but we found it. Oh, fuck me. Oh man. Okay, my recommendation to live action series. I don't know if it would be considered more drama or slice of life, but the TV series kind of did a play-by-play. Densha Otoko, the Train Man. I don't think I have it up on here on this list too.
So,
because each episode literally played out kind of like a continuation of this otaku who saved this woman from a drunk guy on the train, and he doesn't know how to socialize with her or get the courage to talk to her or take her out on a date or whatever. And so he asked the internet 2chan to help him out, which supposedly was based on a true story too, which is even crazier.
Yeah, well, so that I would say definitely follows a
it followed,
particular overarching plot.
yeah, it followed like, and you see him living out his otaku life with his friends, and his friends try to help him out too, but they're like really big otakus too.
Yeah,
So,
well, and that's what I'm saying. That's definitely the focus of that is definitely in following this main character's journey, and it has a very particular start point, a very particular end point.
and
Whereas something like Lucky Star or Azumanga Daioh, you could really put any piece of the story anywhere, or even something like Hidamari's sketch, where literally the episodes are not in chronological order because it doesn't matter.
I am putting it in B tier.
What, Densha Otoko?
Densha Otoko, the TV series specifically.
I'm battling you. I'm battling you. I don't think that's slice of life.
You don't think that's slice of life?
No, it follows an overarching story. Would you say any one of the 6 arcs of Amagami SS is slice of life? As a start point and an end point, it's following a story. It's the same, like, very basic story as a dude's fallen in love with a girl and he's trying to get with her. It's the same story beat, and it starts out when he's not with her and it ends when he's with her. Again, as opposed to something like Lucky Star, where it's not really going anywhere. It's not really doing anything other than showing as opposed to something like Hidamari's sketch, where the episodes are literally happen on the episodes are literally not in chronological order because it doesn't matter.
We do have that. We did already put up Ghost Stories US dub.
Yeah, we already did that. Keep in mind, you are the one who came with the slice of life topic, not me.
Dude, this is forcing us to fucking think hard.
So
I'm like, okay, so if it's not My Neighbor Totoro, that's more, that's more A.
If you want to put it in A tier, I won't battle you on that.
Yeah, but I kind of want to look for B tier below though.
So then look for a B tier slice of life anime. Like I like you. So you understand exactly where I was just 5 minutes ago.
Way of the Household Husband.
Okay, which tier?
B.
I can't battle with you because I haven't seen it.
I thought it was pretty good. The animation, though, even though they definitely pointed out it wasn't going to be a full-blown animation,
yeah,
and they definitely could have done a lot more. But they did. They did the major key points of it, and this is one of those things. Ooh, my dress up dark. Ooh. But yeah, I'm putting it on B tier. The way with a Household Husband. I gotta figure out if they made a live action for you guys, because they did like a live action TV ad, which the actor was perfect. But my dress up darling, is that?
I don't know. I haven't seen the anime. I've read a little bit of the manga, but I haven't seen the anime. My initial reaction would be probably not, because it seems to be following an overall story arc, but I don't know for sure because I haven't seen it.
Okay, motherfucker. What are you gonna put something in the pot now?
I'm gonna try with all these stipulations that you came up with, not me. I'm gonna try
with your webcam acting up to your like.
I'm doing my best.
Your name, that was more.
Your name definitely follows a particular story arc. You probably cannot just put any any Makoto Shinkai movie in the slice of life, because all of them
silent,
follow this basically the same story arc, and it's a really good one.
Silent Voice.
I don't know because I haven't seen it. My assumption, based on what I kind of know about it, would be no. But again, I haven't seen it.
I picked one of the hardest genres to pick, huh?
You picked something. What the issue is? It's not really a genre. It's a way of it's a way of executing a story, but it's not really. You can kind of fit any genre. You can make a slice of like mecha anime. It's possible, but it's something. It's a way of doing a genre rather than a genre in and of itself.
And 9 times out of 10, we already got the anime on the list beforehand.
Right, because it doesn't like it really is not a particular genre.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it got us out of our. It got us to really think.
It definitely is a like it's a challenge, because now we have to really think about where the anime we're talking about fits in terms of is it this kind of anime or
Mecha Slice Life first season of Gundam Mercury. What?
well
Wait.
You could say that if you consider the first and second seasons of the same anime separately, which I don't know why you would.
What? How about Working?
So that's one that I have on the shelf, but I haven't seen yet.
Fuck! I'm giving him these recommendations too, so I'm kind of like
I'm saying
I'm like throwing him shit, and he is going past his head like it was nothing. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out.
I've seen the first couple episodes. I don't
You
know that
series.
I've seen enough of it to
Rent a Girlfriend.
Make it do. Haven't seen it. Everything I hear about it tells me that it's pissing everybody off, which is hilarious. But I haven't seen it.
If it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord.
Heard about it. Haven't seen it.
Jesus Christ. Oh God. Why the hell are you here, teacher?
Haven't seen it. I know about it. Haven't seen it.
Oh fucking hell. A place further.
You're the one who came up with the shit.
A place further than the universe.
Never seen it. Know about it. Haven't seen it.
Well,
People are gonna listen to this like, dude, for a guy who ran an anime podcast for like 9 years, this guy has not seen any anime at all.
Yeah, I'm literally throwing shit at you right now. Girls Last Tour?
That's the one I was going to say and was going to put in A tier. Because there's no circumstance under which I would accept that being less than A tier. That's too good an anime to be anywhere other than A tier.
I mean, we'll put it on the list then. Girls Last Tour. I will accept the A tier.
Girls Last Tour, A tier. 100%.
That one.
If I could find a reason, it'd be an S tier, but I can't find a reason.
Because that one episode where they finally, I know this might be spoilers, but the anime came out how long ago?
Don't watch Girls Last Tour. Don't vote. Dude, Girls Last Tour does not need to be spoiled for people, even though it's a slice of life. But it is something that should be experienced. It really is.
Attila says Sayurana Zepsu Sensei.
Yeah. No, you could maybe you could begin to describe that as slice of life. It fits the description I'm saying.
Yeah. I haven't watched it though, so.
I have. I've watched enough of it. I've watched enough of it to make a judgment call on where it belongs. But it's your turn.
We already did our 5 things each, right? Like
I haven't been counting.
Because this podcast is like going on for like 2 hours. Fuck, I'm gonna have to start pulling shit out of my ass again. Jesus Christ.
I think we're up to 4.
Was Cheese Sweet Home a slice of life?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh fuck. Okay. Wait, the Gretzko.
Gretsuko.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Gretzko. Yeah. Like
Where does it belong?
Um.
Well, let's be very specific, because when I was beginning to get into Agretsuko, I discovered that there are 2 different series for Agretsuko.
There was.
Yeah, there's the like the short animation version, and then there's the other one that was on Netflix.
The one I saw was on Netflix.
Okay, so I haven't seen that one. I've seen the other one that was mostly short animations.
So can we agree to say, hey, we're just gonna do it as a whole?
I don't know, because I haven't seen them both, and I don't know what the difference.
Okay, the one you've seen, what would you rate it? There we go.
The one I've seen, I would put it as a B tier.
I was gonna put the one I've seen as B as well. So you know what? We're gonna keep it B across the board.
Well, okay.
Keep it
if both of them are B, then we can put put one title down and say, oh, which one are you talking about? Yes.
Exactly. All right, your last one, go. Good God, let this be over. Pick the one genre that we're having such a tough time in.
Yeah. Let it be known, let it be remembered, let it be put down on the record. This was your idea. Not mine, because it's not my podcast. It's your idea.
Yeah, well.
Part of my issue is, like, there are quite a few of these I've seen. A lot of them I saw a while ago.
All right, then okay, just start
And
naming
some of them is like, do I really want to like speak to this one?
Jesus Christ. Well, what do we choose?
Okay. Are you ready for some obscure shit?
At this point, anything will work.
This one is not licensed.
Well, oh wow. Okay, let's go.
The Japanese title is Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko. Translates to Yokohama Shopping Log. It's also called Quiet Country Cafe. The story is of an android living in an Earth that has undergone an ecological collapse, and there's like 8 humans left, and it's literally just slice of life. It's literally like her running errands. I would put it in B tier. It's solid. I wish there was more of it, but
you know what?
easy B tier.
Bad stuff is what makes Panda a panda. Wow. Wow. I've been betrayed, but it might be true. Okay, so there's our recommendations. The board will be updated. There's a girl with green hair.
Yes.
So
if it's a green hair girl you're thinking of, Aqua, it's the exact one. So, they actually started releasing the manga not too long ago.
Re-releasing or releasing?
Releasing it in English.
Oh, wow. Oh, translated. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. We've done our recommendations. We're not doing Slice of Life ever fucking again.
Yeah. What did we learn?
I should have picked Isekai at this point, because that we could have filled the fucking room. You know what? Wait, didn't we do an Isekai? No,
I don't think we did.
No. The first one we did was Mecha, You know what?
Okay.
Next episode Isekai themed.
Yep.
So we got a list to go through. That just means you need to watch more slice of life anime, as we all should.
Like
yeah.
I've watched plenty. I just don't know which ones to pick and which ones to. And also because Panda wants stuff that is outside the A tier, and I only watch good anime, so I don't know which ones to pick up to put outside the A tier.
Yeah. So next,
except fucking Yokohama Kaireshi Kiko, and my biggest problem with that is like there's 4 episodes and they were made like a decade apart.
Dude, we got Fully Cooley on the list, don't we? That's like 6 episodes.
We definitely should. If we don't, it's a fucking problem.
Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ, we do not have it on the list. Should we just put it on the list real quick, just to kind of fix this, egregiousness?
Where are we putting it? That's the question.
I want to say A tier, easy.
I wouldn't battle with A tier.
I kind of want to put S, but at the same time, I think it's comfortable.
I would look for a reason to put it at S tier, but I don't know that I would find one.
Yeah, because and this is the first season that we saw on fucking Adult Swim. The 6 episodes.
The only one that matters.
Yeah, where literally each DVD was 2 episodes each in the box. So yeah, anything under A is all Isekai. No, A is we don't, not everything under A is Isekai. We got Black Lagoon, Gurren Lagann, Gundam Thunderbolt, School Days, My Devil's a Part-Timer, Lucky Star, Fully Cooley, Mobile Suit Gundam, Shar's Counterattack, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, Cowboy Bebop, Anubis did this, Genshiken, Outlaw Star, Gundam 08 MS Team, Zoids, Chaotic Sentry, Tenchi Muyo, Trigun, Martian, Successor Deska, Code Geass, Area 88, Lucky... Wait, did I put Lucky Star? Oh, I put Lucky Star twice. Sorry. Labor 2.
Oh yeah, we do have Lucky Star twice. That's my fault. I didn't look.
Oh.
That means I have to pick another one.
No, let's just leave it there. We're already done. We're done. We're
done. You're not replace Lucky Star with Hidamari Sketch, same tier, A tier.
We'll talk about this next time. We got like other stuff like Plat Labor 2.
You don't want to. Are you gonna battle on Hidamari Sketch?
Hitamari Sketch. There we go.
Hidamari Sketch. This guy. This guy was about to battle me about Hidamari Sketch.
Listen,
I can't believe this.
Listen, A tier is not filled with Isekai. That is for sure. We got so much in there that is just unique in its own right. 99% Isekai is under A. Very little is A or more.
I don't know, man. It would also depend on what you consider isekai, which I feel like we're gonna have to take some time out to define what we mean by isekai next time we do this. And
even then, My Devil's a Part-Timer is a reverse isekai, where he's brought into the human real world,
which counts in my opinion.
Yeah, it does count because it's just reverse logic. So, and which I do need to start watching the My Vending Machine isekai thing. So.
People need to stop fronting on isekai. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's the most popular thing right now. That means but yeah, you don't nobody. I guarantee you, people were saying the same shit about Super Robot anime in the 70s, and everything's fine.
Yep, everything's
it's
fine.
It's okay.
Don't worry, we're good.
Anime didn't. There's nothing wrong with a trend being popular.
No, God, no.
It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, you still have not watched the Vending Machine anime? Not yet. It's on the list.
Me neither. I still need to read the light novels. I have all 3 volumes.
And Cyberpunk, and we still needs to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
It's on the list.
All right,
with everything else.
That is going to be it for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming in and watching. I think I kind of want to go back and play some video games because this is like one of those few rare moments I could just sit down and relax. Like I realized something. Whenever I stream to make content, I'm playing a game. I'm having fun, but I'm not, sitting down just playing a game for hours on end.
Well, yeah, you have to be like engaged with it.
Yeah, and half the time all I just want to do is sit down, be quiet, and engage. I also agree with the newest. There's this thing wrong with isekai. These things are good or bad, just shut genre. Yep. So the next episode that we're gonna do is going to be isekai based for the board. As far as our main topic goes, we will not make the announcement next week. So I just want to say thank you all so much for coming in and watching. If you guys came in on the tail end of this, do not worry. It'll be uploaded on YouTube shortly. Anubis dude, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I will never do Slice of Life recommendations ever again.
Listen, that was something that was your decision, wasn't
Yep.
my decision, but we made it
We
through.
made it through.
Even though you almost battled me on Hidamari's sketch, we
Yep.
made it through.
There's a lot of this guy that is only this guy because of the first 5 minutes, and it would just be regular fantasy anime this guy because it's popular to have a character reborn anew. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
you're not. Let's reserve this. Let's reserve this for next week.
I would say that you probably is wrong, but I would have to see examples and the proportion of those examples to what we would consider like an actual isekai anime.
We'll talk about this next week when we actually do the isekai thing. But other than that, folks, thank you all so much for coming in. And again, our podcast is usually done bi-weekly. And if not, I will give an update on Discord. And other than that, folks, thank you. Anubis, always good having you.
Gentlemen, good
to be here. This is the Geeky Panda here with Time Force Anubis. We're out. I'm just doing my own outro. We should do it like a specific outro for this shit.
Listen.
I could do like the family, like, bye, have a good time. Well, I have my own anime outro for all these things. Bye.